Hey guys, nice that you could join me. Have you ever been called a hypochondriac? Have you ever been told that your health anxiety is all in your head? That the physical signs and symptoms that you're concerned with, the racing heart, the tight chest, the sweating, the trembling, have you been told that it's all about your emotions and it's in your head rather than any other cause causing it? Or perhaps you feel like your doctor isn't taking your physical complaints seriously. Well, today I want to say that I hear you, that you should take these physical signs and symptoms seriously. And maybe you haven't heard this before, but these physical signs associated with anxiety could actually be signals that you have a mineral deficiency or another physical imbalance. So in this video today, I'm going to talk about 3 signals that your body is giving you that could actually reveal what the cause of your anxiety is. And nice to see you, Jose from Canada. I'm glad that you're here. And I've got a few other people coming in and saying hi. Great for you to join me. If you haven't met me before, my name's Dr. Janelle Sinclair. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. What I am is a biochemist and natural medicine practitioner. And so on this YouTube channel, we discuss the physical and the biochemical imbalances that can actually cause your anxiety and depression. And so I think it's quite fitting today as we talk about health anxiety. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hi, Elle. Good to see you. So health anxiety is a bit of an interesting topic, don't you think? You've probably gone and watched all those other YouTube channels that tell you that because of your anxiety, you're thinking about these physical symptoms, and you really just need to think about something else, go and do something else, and not Google all your symptoms. Well, if you have these physical symptoms, as I said, like the racing heart, the tight chest, the sweating, the feeling lightheaded, or maybe shaking and trembling, but you're told to not worry about it. Or maybe like one of our watchers, you turn up to the emergency room and they just send you home, right? Might give you an psychotic medication and then send you home. Well, if you have anxiety, obviously we've got to be careful that it doesn't get on top of you and it doesn't become all consuming, because it's unlikely that any of these physical symptoms are showing a life-threatening condition. But I want to say today that it's important that you do listen to the signs that your body is giving you. The signals aren't saying that you've got a serious condition, but it could be showing that you've got something out of balance, like a mineral deficiency or poor gut health or hormones. And there's actually scientific studies to show that people with mental health conditions have higher rates of physical illness. There's one study that shows in Australia that 39% of people with depression and anxiety have a physical illness. That's a pretty high number, isn't it? It's quite staggering. So what it indicates to me is if you have anxiety and you have some concerns about your physical health, that is actually warranted. Okay, lots of other people with anxiety and depression have a physical condition, so what you're experiencing could be real. So there's 3 physical signs that I want to discuss today. And as I said, they could reveal the cause of your anxiety and actually help you fix your anxiety. So the first health anxiety sign that I want to discuss is diarrhea. So how many people watching experience diarrhea as part of their symptoms? So many people will tell you that diarrhea is actually a consequence of your anxiety. Yep, I've got a yes from Lindsay. So Lindsay, has someone ever told you that the diarrhea is a consequence of your anxiety? Well, I want to suggest today that the diarrhea is actually indicating that you might have poor gut health. Because we know in mental health, and it's in the scientific literature, that bad bacteria in the gut can actually release chemicals, they're called neurotoxins, and they release hormones, and they're stimulatory to the brain. And so these toxins from the bad bacteria actually can cause anxiety. So the fact is that poor gut health may be the cause of anxiety, and that diarrhea that you're experiencing may be a symptom of something else going on, not a consequence of anxiety. So I had a client come to see me about a year and a half ago, and she was in her 20s. And as we went through her history, I realised that she had diarrhea every day, and that she'd had it since childhood. So, over 15 years. Okay. And everyone assumed that her diarrhea was just a consequence of her anxiety. And so what I do with all my clients, I do a workup with different blood tests. And one of them that I recommend is the celiac disease blood test. And we found out that she actually had celiac disease. So all this time, people just assumed you've got mental health condition, you've got anxiety, your physical conditions are, all related to that. But at the end, she had an autoimmune condition called celiac that was an autoimmune condition of your small intestine. So if you have diarrhea, what I recommend today is that you look at your gut health, learn about more about gut health, and question whether it could be contributing to anxiety. Okay. I'm just wondering, have you ever wondered whether your anxiety could have a physiological cause? I love to hear in the comment section. Someone else has said, iron deficiency was causing my severe anxiety and depression. Yep, I've seen that multiple times, absolutely. So you tried everything, including antidepressants, and nothing worked, and iron supplements is the only thing that's worked. That's right, Lindsay. That's right. And everyone's thinking it's just in your head, right? But no, you have a physiological cause. So is someone else has said they have had diarrhea. Yep. Well, you really need to think about that too. Yeah, NSAIDs can be contributing to poor gut health too, Lindsay. So, okay, the next thing I want to talk about is heart palpitations and tight chests. Okay, it's a pretty scary experience, isn't it? And with panic attacks, and you just feel like you're gonna die, and you turn up to the emergency room, and as I said, you might have been sent home. Well, did you know that? Yes. Sorry. Did you know that heart palpitations can be caused by potassium and magnesium deficiency? These are two minerals that are so important in the body, but most of us aren't eating enough. Our soils are very deficient in magnesium, and if you want to get the recommended daily allowance for potassium, it is actually extremely hard. Even if you're eating your 5 vegetables a day, it's very hard to get adequate levels of potassium. So what I'm seeing is a lot of my clients with anxiety actually have low levels of potassium. And that is what's leading to the heart palpitations and the tight-chestedness. And if you look up the symptoms of low potassium, you'll find out that heart palpitation and possibly anxiety is a symptom of low potassium. And I think this is a crazy statistic. 99% of women and 90% of men do not eat enough potassium. Okay, so I just want to encourage you to look outside the box. Okay, find out more about your health. If you're getting heart palpitations, think about magnesium and potassium, two really important minerals. The third health anxiety sign that I want to discuss today is muscle cramps and muscle pain. Anyone else here experience that as part of their symptoms of their anxiety or possibly their depression? A lot of people will say you're just clenching your teeth because you're so stressed out, and that's what's, causing all this muscle tension. It's because of your anxiety. Well, again, it could be magnesium deficiency, but one of the things that can lead to muscle pain is actually high inflammation. And it's known that high inflammation in the body doesn't just give rise to muscle pain and muscle cramps, but also poor mental health. So there's lots of studies showing now that your brain can be inflamed. Your brain is inflamed if you have poor mental health. Okay, and so what we need to do is dampen down that inflammation. That could be through optimizing your diet, it could be through supporting your gut health. There's particular vitamins and minerals that are involved in inflammation as well. So you can take those to lower that inflammation and you can improve your mental health that way. So I have a free report that includes a symptom checklist. Okay, it's got over 28 different symptoms, and this report will help you discover if there's any physical imbalances that could be impacting your physical body as well as your mental health. So I would like to suggest to you that you check out that free report and that symptom checklist. It's at my website on drjanellesinclair.com/checklist. If you haven't downloaded that already, I like to recommend that you do that, because health anxiety is real, and I believe that you need to listen to the symptoms that you are experiencing. So that's all I've got to say today on the topic of health anxiety. And Jose, you can't sorry, I was just reading your comment here. You said, yes, I can't get them to relax even during meditation. So I'm assuming that's your muscle cramps in your muscles. So I would recommend that you really think about what I said today about magnesium deficiency, and check out that free report on my website. And thanks for joining me live, and hopefully I'll see you next time.